welcome back to the Ultimate Decades Challenge. Today is a big day for Peter and Thomas because they are going to be turning into teenagers. And before that happens, I think Aldreda is actually going to pull them to the side here and have a little chat with them. So Aldreda is sitting down with Peter and Thomas to tell them a story about when they were born. So they were born during the famine, which was now 12 years ago. So they are turning 12 today. And Aldreda feels like they've maybe been a little bit sheltered and slightly spoiled throughout their childhood because they had such a rough start to life. She ended up getting pregnant during the famine. Walter actually passed away right before these boys were born. And additionally, they had a triplet, actually, a baby girl, Joan, who passed away a few months after birth. With that, tragic start to life and barely having any food, so they're kind of probably stunted in growth a little bit. They were really protected from a lot of the responsibilities of the farm, and having older siblings who can do the chores. They've been able to kind of goof off a lot and not have a lot of responsibility. And Aldreda is starting to realize that they are becoming men slowly, and they need to start developing their character in positive ways so that they can run their own household soon. So she decided to sit them down and kind of tell them some of the backstory from their early life that maybe they didn't fully understand. They knew their father died, but they didn't fully understand that. They've heard siblings who have died, they've heard their names, but maybe not the circumstances of the deaths. And I don't think they even know that Joan was their triplet. I feel like Aldreda has not really told them that just because she didn't want them to be extremely sad or feel guilty for surviving when Joan did not make it. But she's letting them know that now, you did have a sister who was a beautiful baby, just like you guys. Your father died so that our family could have enough food to survive. They also lost Aldreda's daughter Emma during the famine. So I think the boys are really gonna take this all in. They don't fully know how to process it other than realizing that life is a little bit harder than maybe they thought. This household has been really lucky recently. It's been 12 years since anybody in our main household has died. Their sister Agneta has had a lot of children that she's lost, but I think, again, they've been kind of sheltered from that, or maybe don't really fully realize it because it's not something that they've witnessed firsthand. They have not seen death firsthand. They do not remember the tragedies that occurred when they were babies. So we'll see how this news impacts them going forward. But as it is right now, I just wanted to show you guys kind of their personality because we haven't seen a lot of these two. So Peter actually has a bad-natured trait. So that means he has an unpleasant temperament. He's also very confident, so a little bit cocky, I would say. And he also has super negative emotional control and fairly negative responsibility and a little bit negative empathy too. So he's just really turning out kind of spoiled. Thomas is a little bit more introverted. He does have this captivating trait, so he develops relationships with other Sims well. So he kind of has more of a well-mannered vibe to him. He has a little bit of manners and responsibility, but again, emotional control is not really trending positively. We will see if this intervention has any impact on them, but I do think as they become teenagers, they are going to be expected to contribute more around the household. That is Aldreda's chat with them. And with that, it is their birthday, so Bridget is working on a cake. I don't have too many other updates other than we got a couple more chickens and a couple more mini goats and mini sheep. Still working on our crops. And Richard found a new fishing spot actually. There's this little pond over here. So he was fishing over there earlier. So yeah, not too much going on. I'm sorry if you can see, I have like a weird world glitch going on where if I zoom out a lot, something weird happens. So ignore the void if you see it, please. But yeah, we'll probably invite some people over. It's actually 5 p.m. already, so we should probably get that rolling. Let me get some candles on this before anybody takes it. Alright, we have invited some people over. While they're arriving, I'm just gonna have Bridget collect all this butter. And let's make sure everyone's doing okay. It looks like Mari is gonna need to sleep. She is very late in her pregnancy and definitely tired. It's like everyone else is doing okay with needs. Okay, Nicole is here. Have Richard talk to the kids here. Give them some hugs. Guinevere's here. Dennis is here. I have not updated his outfits yet. Oh, she's talking to Aiden. Hi, Aiden. How are you? Ooh, let's flirt with him. Sentiment gained. It's been wonderful to spend time with you. We've made some great memories. That's exciting. So, ooh, something happened with Thomas. His confidence is going down. Aldreda's chatting with Thalia and Fiona, kind of the older generation. Talk about cold weather with them. Oh, little Romilda's here. Is Agneta here? Oh yeah, there she is. That's exciting. I feel like we've seen her too much recently. Is Charles flirting with Nicole? That's disgusting. Nicole's kids and grandkids. I guess he doesn't have grandkids yet, but this is like his daughter-in-law's family. And Charles is just here flirting in front of everyone. I don't know. Maybe we should just send Charles home. I feel like he's gonna cause problems. Can I ask to leave? Just be like, you know, I know you're our neighbor and I invited you because that's what neighbors do, but you're kind of being a little inappropriate, so I'm gonna have to ask you to go home. So that takes care of that. Let's age up Peter and Thomas. I'm, as always, nervous for their roles, but we're just gonna have to do it because that's how the challenge works. Peter is aging up. Let's randomize a trait for him. I don't want to do bookworm because he doesn't know how to read. Okay, he is a glutton. And aspiration-wise, I really struggle with this because there's not a lot of aspirations they can really pursue. He is kind of bad-natured, so I'm just gonna go with maybe public enemy for now. Just to reflect that. And let's put birthday candles back on here. Please do not take the cake. Oh my gosh. They always do this to me. And we don't have enough eggs. Somebody got eggs today. Who was it? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna age up Thomas because we did not have another cake, unfortunately. Okay, and Thomas is an art lover. He is maybe a little bit more in touch with his emotions, or like kind of softer spoken, maybe introverted. Let's see what would fit him for that. Let's just do this archaeology one. Alright, and I'm gonna have to change their outfits and stuff. But I kind of want to do the roles first. Just so I know how many outfits to give them. So these are going to be kind of some big roles. So we first have to see if Peter and Thomas are going to live. So they both need to avoid a 7, and I know there's a 7 on my dice right now. That's a coincidence. So we will do a fresh roll for each of them. Also, they have kind of that reddish hair like their mom, which I did not notice before. That is kind of cool. Alright, so let's do their death rolls first. So let's roll for Peter to avoid a 7. Oh, I accidentally clicked out. Let's do a fresh one. Okay, and so Peter is good, and now Thomas. Alright, Thomas is also going to be good. So next roll is going to still be a d20 for their marriage rolls. So if they get a 4 or above, they will get married. So let's do Peter first. So Peter will be getting married, and what about Thomas? Okay, and he also will be getting married. So the last rolls are going to be for number of pregnancies. So I actually need a d12 for that. And if we get a 1, they will get no pregnancies. If they get a 2 or more, that will be the number of pregnancies. So let's do the d12 for Peter. 11! Oh my gosh, Peter. That is a lot. Alright, and let's roll for Thomas. 12! Oh, these boys are gonna be popping them out. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is a lot. Okay, so I do not have to worry about our family line, I guess. Like, they're going to be having so many kids. That is crazy. Okay, so just to put that in perspective too, so right now our heir is gonna be Richard. He's having his first baby tomorrow. So if he has any male heirs, they would be the heir next in line. If anything happens with that, like he doesn't have any male heirs, then it would go to Peter and Peter's male children. If not, then to Thomas and any of his male children. So with 11 and 12 pregnancies, that's going to push Agneta pretty far down the inheritance line, assuming that all goes well with like their roles into young adult and everything. But that's what that will mean for the Hawthorne family. In the good sense, like, that means that their family name will probably live on, since they have 3 boys who are gonna hopefully have a lot of kids each. So yeah, that's amazing. While we're here, I'm just gonna have Bridget talk to Aiden again. And let's just have the boys talk to Guinevere as well. I think they would have been friends with her. She's only a couple years younger, so I invited her today as kind of a friend of theirs. Everyone else invited as kind of neighbors or like the families that our family has been friends with for a while. Man, Mari looks burnt out. She is so pregnant. Peter likes cross stitch. I can change their aspirations too, by the way, whenever, or like if their personalities develop over time, we can always change it. But since they'll be side households, it doesn't matter too much anyway. I'm gonna update their outfits now, because whatever is going on here with his face is really bothering me. Alright, so I updated their hair and outfits, so here is Peter's updated look. And Thomas, wherever he went. Oh, here he is. So that's his look. So pretty simple. Let's see, I think we gotta wrap up this party now. They're starting to get a little chaotic around here. It looks like Agneda's kids might need their diaper changed, so let's go ahead and end the party. Oh my gosh, Marie's in labor already. I was just trying to get everyone to go home because they're still stuck here. Something else, they're not getting the hint. And Mari is in labor, so we gotta take care of that. Oh my gosh, I don't even have a crib ready. Okay, here's the cradle. We're gonna have her have the baby, and is Fiona still here? I was gonna have Aldreda bring Fiona upstairs, but I don't know if they'll make it in time to help Mari. Okay, we have a baby girl. Let's name her Catherine. Oh, I don't even think they can come upstairs because I locked the door. That's okay. So Mari's gonna go tell Richard that their baby is here. And let's have her go to the bathroom too. Oh, it looks like that's not an option. Let's repair this toilet quick so that our wife who just gave birth can take care of herself in here. Nobody gets a bath until that's done. So Mari is telling Aldreda that she gave birth, and she's probably overwhelmed by the fact that there's still like a party going on right now. So just trying to maintain her privacy a bit. Sneak into the bathroom. I think Richard would know by now that this is going on. So let's have him go greet Catherine. Coo at her and talk to her. And when Mari is ready, she can come back upstairs. So they're pretty cute. Alright, so we need to roll for Catherine and for Mari as well, so it looks like baby's gonna be sad. Let's use some cloth diapers, let's breastfeed her. So for the dice, Catherine is going to need to avoid a 1, 5, 10, 15, and 20. So let's do her roll. Oh no. Okay, so Catherine is not going to make it. Let's roll for Mari, who needs to avoid a 1. And she got a 5, so she will be okay. So little Catherine, unfortunately, is not gonna make it. Alright, I am sorry, little Catherine. Oh man, alright, they lost their first baby. That is awful. And it looks like Thomas has a fear of death now. So yeah, so that's our first loss in the main household. I'm gonna put the grave downstairs so that everyone can mourn it. Mourn little Catherine. But yeah, the rest of the family didn't even get to meet her. So it seems like she passed away a few hours after being born. Just didn't quite make it. Maybe had some kind of birth defect or something. Agneda's still here. Maybe Mari will talk to Agneda. since she has lost a lot of children as well, maybe she'll confide in her a little bit. I don't think her mom is still here anymore. And Richard as well is going to be really upset, so we will give them some time to grieve before trying again. There's so many messes here. Let's have one of the boys clean it up. It is also Cecily's birthday today too, which, I don't know, I kind of feel like they won't really celebrate it that much since they just lost Catherine. So I might actually just age her up now. I usually would give her a cake, although I feel like their teen birthdays are a little bit more intense just because of the roles that happen with that. So going into a young adult is a big deal, and I definitely want to celebrate her, but with just losing a baby, I don't feel like the family is gonna be feeling like celebrating anyway. So I'm just gonna age her up. Okay, so Cecily, she is smart. Alright, so she has perfect pitch, she's a homebody, and she's smart. Let's give her creativity as an aspiration. And let's stick with musical genius. So she looks pretty much the same, just a little bit older. She's reached that 18 years old mark in time. And let's do her role. Alright, so it's gonna be a hard one. So Cecily needs to avoid 11, 13, and 14. Those are not numbers I see very often. So 11, 13, and 14. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna need a little bit of a break. I don't know. I love Cecily a lot, so I want to take a little break before we say goodbye, so I will be back soon. Hello, I am back. When I was recording previously, I feel like I was on the high of Peter and Thomas surviving their roles, and I was not expecting Cecily to get a bad role, but that's what happened. So we are going to proceed with the Hawthorne story now. There's quite a few things that are going to happen here. So first of all, as you can see, Richard and Cecily are both ill. Richard has some sores that he's developed, and Cecily as well has a fever. They have developed anthrax. So that is a disease that's usually transmitted from infected animals. So when they bought their sheep recently, Richard and Cecily were the ones interacting with the sheep most, and I think they caught the disease from the sheep, and so they are both feeling very unwell. At this time, they wouldn't necessarily know all the details of the disease, so they wouldn't know if it's contagious or not. So Mari offered up her bedroom to them as like a quarantine space, and Aldreda is taking care of Cecily and Richard during their illness. She basically shoved everyone else out and was like, these are my kids, I'm going to take care of them. I want everyone else to be safe and healthy while this is going on and while they are recovering, because they don't know if it's contagious or not. So she is taking that risk for the family. Mari is still recovering from birth, so she is downstairs with Bridget. So while that's going on, the boys, so Peter and Thomas, their mom just gave them that whole talk, which I feel horrible now. I feel like I was forecasting something that I didn't even realize was going to happen. but their mom was just telling them tragedy is common, like how they have been sheltered from bad things and from taking responsibility and working on the farm. So I feel like they see this, they see everyone working hard, like Bridget's gonna have to take care of the farm and everything. Aldreda's taking care of their sister and brother, and Mari is recovering from her own tragedies as well. So Thomas is gonna take the lead and be like, Peter, we have to do something. We have to be the ones to take care of the sheep, because the sheep, I think, are all infected at this point. So they would dispose of the sheep. Then they're going to go tell the shepherd that all the sheep are infected. So Thomas is going to come here. He's going to collect these sheep. Let's grab all the sheep. Hopefully the goats are okay. Let's see how everyone else is doing. I think Mari is sleeping. She is exhausted and worried about her husband. Bridget, let's have her clean up a little bit. All right, so Thomas has got all the sheep. They're gonna go take care of them. Let's have the boys chat a little bit about their plan. Let's have a deep conversation about everything going on with the family. Peter's gonna get a little whiny. He's gonna complain a little bit because he's not used to having to step up as much. But Thomas is gonna tell him, like, we need to do this for our family. We need to do this for our family. Our brother just lost his first child. So everything will be okay, but we do need to go and tell the shepherd what has happened. Alright, Bridget is consoling Mari about her husband being sick and the death of their child. Peter and Thomas have left to go see the shepherd. In the meantime, upstairs, Richard is still suffering with illness, but Cecily is going to pass away in her sleep from the fever. So Aldreda's gonna stay with her until the end. Okay, so Cecily is now gone. She has passed away. Richard is still recovering. Probably will be for a little while, a few more days. Meantime, Aldreda's gonna need to get some sleep. I don't know if she'd want to sleep in the main room with everyone. Maybe we'll move one of these cots from downstairs upstairs. Okay, Aldreda's gonna sleep up here. Still keep an eye on Richard. Mari and Bridget are also getting some sleep. It's the afternoon, but everyone is so tired. Bridget has woken up. She's going to cook everyone some food. Let's do baked mushrooms. And Mari should probably get up soon. I want her to check on the goats and such before they go to sleep for the night. So let's clean Tundra and Peanut. Looks like Richard is doing a little better. He's able to get some sleep. The sickness bootlet I gave him is gone. So it looks like he is recovering. He was probably sick for about a couple of weeks in real life time. So I'm going to unlock the door so that Aldreda and Richard can start coming out. Richard's probably going to be a little weak for a while, so everyone else can still really contribute to the farm in the meantime. But I think Aldreda's safe to come out and mingle with everyone. She can grab something to eat. Oh no, definitely pee first and then grab something to eat. Mari can come visit Richard. I don't think she'd want to wake him up, but she's at least checking on him and making sure that he's doing okay. Just gonna go cry next to him. Alright, and Bridget's gonna cry a little bit too. They are mourning Cecily right now. Oh, Aldreda wants to be in a relationship. That's interesting. She has been single for quite a while since Walter's death. It's been like 13 years now, so it has been a long time for her. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this episode here. Peter and Thomas are going to be away for a little bit. Richard will continue to recover. He should be back to his healthy state in a couple of days. And in the meantime, the girls will hold down the fort and make sure all the goats and the plants are doing okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and in the comments, drop your favorite memory of Cecily or what you'll miss about her. And I will see you guys next time.